C ending is a good ending. F ending is not. But F ending does involve us having to do the death trigger pool skip again. Hopefully. I need West Wing key again. I think we'll still try and do the death trigger pool skip, though, just in case I might make a mistake. So normally in the F ending run, we need to, first of all, have the West Wing key. Because, well, we need access to the West Wing key here. And the reason why we do the death trigger pool skip in the F ending run is because if you do, in fact, try to properly get to the clock tower after doing the death trigger pool skip, the game will automatically give you the F ending. And this is the other buggy aspect of doing that skip, because, like I said before, you are tricking the game into thinking... You're tricking the game into thinking that nobody's dead. And this actually has a side effect when you try to interact with Lot, which is what you originally would have to do in order to avoid the F ending. Alright, so here comes the skip again. Alright, good, we got it. Yeah, so when I do that skip, what I'm listening for is the number of footsteps that Jennifer does. It's, I believe, 16 that I have to count. Around 16 and just a tiny bit longer of a pause in order for me to avoid triggering the death trigger of Anne at the pool. So we're actually going to go to the right here. Normally the fastest route is to go up the stairs and gamble on the 20%, but obviously we are not going to do that. We know better than that. This game is not kind on RNG. So we're going to take bottom path and gamble on the 80% instead. And we haven't encountered Bob yet, so we're not in any rush. That is the crow room. We don't want the crow room. Oh, and we also, the other thing about this category is we have an item much sooner. And we will never, ever get rid of this rock. So we don't have to grab any other extra items. Alright, what is in this door? Nope, that's the piano. Come on, let's get a demonic idol. Let's see the demonic idol. Yeah, so these West Wing rooms, they can be either one of a library, a bathroom. Oops. Hold on a second here. Okay, no, we got the bad luck, so... Unfortunately, we are going to have to head upstairs and go straight for... let's sort of let Jennifer kind of get ahead of me there. We're gonna head up the stairs, and then we're going to interact with Walter, quickly get that done and out of the way. It's preferable over doing it, trying to figure out Miss Mary. Okay, come on. I completely forgot what I was doing there. It's preferably. I believe it's faster to actually. Oops. I believe it is faster to try and find out that Miss Mary is a villain through the body in the painted room. But I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure since technically it takes you to the shed in order to it teleports you to the shed if you actually do try to figure out that Miss Mary is a villain through the other means. Yeah, wish I could talk a little bit more here, but this is all stuff you've seen before at this point. It's another important tech skip here. Alright, good. And because we have the rock, we don't need to pick up the rope. However, we do need to remember to pick up the pesticide, which we did not do last time. But before that, we need to make sure to grab the ceremonial key. And that means, once again, an encounter with the doll. Again, saving those frames, trying to drop the lag. Should be this room over here. Yeah, that first door there is always set, but there's no reason to go in that door, because there's nothing in there. Fun fact, actually, that room that's next to this one is actually a complete trap if you're being chased by Bobby, unless you have a certain event that occurs where one of the orphans is killed by being shoved out the window. Because that is the room, that is that very room next to that doll room there. So you will be able to just jump out of the window to escape Bobby, and then plunge into the pool. It's actually a nice little small attention to detail that I never really stopped to think about. Okay, so I want to go through this door, and go down this hallway, and make sure not to forget grabbing the pesticide. Oh wait. Wait a minute. I forgot something. Thankfully, this is not too much of a backtrack, so we forgot a little something, and it just hit me just now. We gotta go and get the staff. We don't want to go through that entire process only to realize, oh, we didn't get the staff. But that's okay. We already know it's in this room, because that's the only... Or is it? Wait a minute. Didn't I encounter... Oh my goodness. I'm really stupid. Wow. Where was the piano room? I know it was somewhere. It's downstairs. It's downstairs somewhere. Okay, so that was my major mistake of this run. So I encountered the piano room, and I forgot to go back into the piano room to grab the staff. I thought it was upstairs. I completely had a mental lapse of judgment there. Come on, Jennifer. I think it was this room. I know the library was the one furthest away. Yeah, it was. Okay. That is a little unfortunate. But, at the same time... At least we are downstairs. Which is where we need to be anyway. Or actually, no. No, we don't, because we need the pesticide. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we do have to go back up the stairs. Okay, yeah, we're in this room. So we just need to go up the stairs in this next room, and then we go through the hallway. Okay. Well, that's what I get for not paying attention. Alright. Okay. We're back on where we need it to be. This time we actually have the staff, but we need the pesticide in order to advance. So we gotta head to the storage. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that part's a little finicky. The camera can sometimes not scroll all the way to the left there. Oh, come on. Sometimes it might not scroll properly to the left of the main hall there. And if it doesn't do that, you can't actually interact with that door there. It's a little annoying, but, you know, it's whatever. Alright. So now we gotta go down the stairs. And once again, we really, really, really need to hope that we don't get screwed by the 50-50 here. This is part of the problem with the staff seed, is that, you know, that far into the run, you're kind of forced to play out the seed at that point, and, well, compared to Demonic Idol, it's pretty dreadful. Pretty dreadful. Because if it was a Demonic Idol, we never would leave the West Wing, and it would be just a quick run down into the puzzle room in the West Wing. We're just doing a bit of text skips here. It seems like it's not really working here, but afterwards there's some text that shows us, that tells us we got the gold key. So it's a little bit of a frame saver. Alright. Please, please be the gold key room. This will be a huge time loss if it's not. Oh, it's not. It's not. So what does that mean? What does it mean when it's not the gold key room? Well, we have to go all the way back up here, because the gold key room is on the second floor. And this is what I mean. This is why this is such a problematic game when it comes to luck. And especially on this seed, you can just get screwed even harder on the luck. And that's happening now. You're seeing it pretty much at its worst here. Really, the only good luck that happened in this run is the West Wing key being in the original room, where we can do the death, where we can the West Wing key was not in the bird's nest. Okay, so unfortunately, we also encountered her here, which is a bit of a time waster as well. So, hey, that's great. The one consolation about the F ending, though, is that this should still be less time lost. Or it will still be a shorter run than my C ending run, just because C ending ends at a much earlier point than... or F ending ends at a much earlier point than the C ending run does. Alright, so we got the silver key, finally. And now we have to head all the way back down these stairs again, just so we can be able to learn how to use this dumb staff. Thankfully, this does mean that we're downstairs, though, and that means we don't have to travel down the stairs at any other point in order to get to the ceremonial key room. So it'll be pretty straightforward after that. So we have to only do it a little bit this time. So when you press the A button in order to reduce the lag, you have to keep in mind that you can't scroll Laura or Jennifer too far, because if you do scroll too far, you'll end up having to stop her just so this camera can keep up. So you'll just end up wasting time anyway doing that. You have to strike the balance. That's how the run goes. Alright, so we're going through the West Wing, or back into the West Wing to finish off the remainder of the run, because there's nothing else to really do now. We have the staff, we know how to use it. We just got to get to the puzzle room, solve the puzzle, and then quickly do the dog skip. And we don't even have to talk to Lot, because now's the time I sort of should explain the thing about the glitch state that we're in right now. Nobody is dead yet, technically, until we would otherwise interact with Lot. If we interact with Lot, the game is not going to... The game's not going to be like... This is kind of hard to explain, but... If we try to interact with Lot in this glitch state, the game is still gonna be like thinking, oh, this is the first character that has died. It's obviously Anne or Laura, not Lot. So the game is still in a confused state. And so if you try to complete the game, even if you talk to Lot in this glitch state, you will still get the F ending. And that's why we're just going to skip talking to Lot altogether. And we're just going to skip this dog and the text right afterwards. And just go straight into this cave here. And then just quick mad dash to the end here. Yeah, unfortunately, this is all necessary because I believe you are not able to properly interact with the elevator in the cave. In fact, I don't even know if you can enter that cave until you've actually done all this stuff. But we know, all we know is this is completely necessary. You have to go through it in order to get to the next stretch. And you don't really have to mash super hard. So anytime you see Laura's portrait flashing there, that is supposed to indicate that you need to hit the B button and just mash it in order to successfully break through whatever event you're going through. So sometimes if you have an encounter with Bobby and you're trying to fight off his attack on you, you go into like a little bit of a clash with him, your portrait will start flashing and you have to mash B when that happens. Otherwise, if you don't mash B, Bobby will just knock you down and then it's game over. You know, you just die. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so the run's about to end here. Oh, hello? Interact with the thing. Whoops. Okay, and that's time. And like I said before, because we're in a glitch state, it doesn't matter what we do. If we try to get to the clock tower, the game will automatically give you this particular ending. And that is the F ending. And yeah, that's Clock Tower. I hope you enjoyed how incredibly punishing this game can be when it comes to actually doing runs, and why it's such a heavy reset game. Because in order to get a competitive time, you not only need all the luck factors to go in your favor, but you need to execute the tech skips that are necessary, as well as executing, like, getting across the gap, going towards the painted room and stuff like that. Like, there's a number of tricks you have to properly execute, otherwise you will lose time in that regard. And it's, yeah, that's basically the run. It's a fairly short run, though. It's a fairly short game. It's fairly easy to learn how to do properly, or to learn to run. So, you know, hey, if you want a nice little chill game that's really mostly determined by luck, hey, this is the game for you. Most will probably be like, nah, that's just too much luck for me to deal with. But if nothing else, if you are not interested in learning how to play the game, I urge you to please give the game a try. It is a really good game. I was actually thoroughly surprised by it. I thought I would hate this game a lot, but I actually really like it. I like it a lot, and there's some, well, I shouldn't say there's a lot of meat to the story, but they got some interesting little discoveries for you to make. And like I said, this is only 3 endings out of a possible 9. So with that being said, you will see this game again, but it will be done by 2 other runners, and it will be the 2 best possible endings, the A ending and the S ending, of which subsequently they will be ran by veteran Ecticus and, I guess I could call him a fairly new runner, Tetsuo, who will be running S ending, the best possible ending, and my personal favorite category and ending to run. Not my favorite ending per se, but it's my favorite category to run. And these categories are even worse on luck than what you've seen. So hopefully I took all the bad luck off of their shoulders with both of my runs. Hopefully. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. That was Clock Tower. I am dagronSR, and good luck to the next runner.